So what's driving these irrational house prices we're seeing in the GTA's housing market? That's what we're going to talk about today. My name is John Pasales, president at Realosophy Realty. You can catch all my latest writings on Toronto's housing market at movesmartly.com. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest videos. So anyone who follows the Toronto area's housing market closely is seeing some very dramatic price increases, especially in the far outer suburbs, even outside of the GTA, where home prices are rising, 40, 50% in a single year. That means, in some cases, a home that actually sold a year ago for $1 million is selling for 1.5 million today. Now, the important thing to think about is that, of course, for a lot of people, this is an unbelievably rapid rate of appreciation. When housing markets decline, a lot of economists, a lot of people look back and start asking themselves, well, what were these people thinking? Like, who would pay 50% more than what a home is selling for a year ago? And, the assumption often is that this is completely irrational, that, these are irrational decisions. And what's interesting about being on the ground in the housing markets today is that we can see that they're not irrational, at least in the minds of the people who are making these decisions. People don't act irrationally. They do things that they think are right and rational. If they thought this price growth was irrational, they wouldn't be paying it, right? So now the important question is to think, well, why are a lot of these buyers feeling like paying 1.5 million for a home that sold for $1 million a year ago is something they should be doing, or is a rational price? And I think there are really kind of two common narratives that are leading to this belief from a lot of home buyers. And the first is this common narrative that we've been hearing repeatedly in the market, that the current price growth is the result of a lack of supply. Now, certainly, there's no doubt that Canada's population is growing faster than our ability to build homes, and this is putting some pressure on prices. But does that explain the 40 to 50% price growth over the past year? I mean, why didn't we see 40 to 50% price growth 3 years ago? Now, the challenge, again, is when economists kind of repeat this narrative, what they're telling home buyers is that this rate of growth is rational. It is based on market fundamentals, and the fundamentals are we're just not building enough homes. So when economists are telling first-time home buyers that prices are rising this rapidly because of a lack of supply, they're effectively making buyers feel more confident that the prices that they're paying are rational, or at least based on this fundamental economic principle that there's a shortage of supply. So we're kind of rationalizing 40 to 50% price growth. But the more important narrative, arguably, is a narrative we've been hearing a lot, and that is that things are not going to get better in Toronto. Things are not going to get more affordable until we build more homes. And a lot of economists have been saying this. And when economists say this, they're effectively saying prices aren't going to fall, obviously, because prices falling makes things more affordable. So if we say things are not going to be more affordable until we build more homes, economists are telling home buyers that prices aren't going to fall anytime soon. And this is an important narrative, because this is anchoring people's expectations about the future growth of house prices. And it's making the buyers who are paying these prices feel like if they don't buy now, they're never going to be able to afford a home, which is one of their motivations, but also that paying the prices they're paying are reasonable and actually quite safe, because according to all the experts, prices aren't going to fall anytime soon because we're not building enough homes. Now, again, I think these are economists may, of course, they probably may not want to imply that prices aren't going to fall, but that is certainly the narrative that they're giving off to home buyers, and it's making home buyers feel very confident about the housing market. Now, the other important thing to think about is that we don't even have to have all the buyers in the market to be this confident and to feel like they need to rush in and pay these prices. At the end of the day, even if only 10% of buyers feel like this, it's the 10% who set the prices for everyone else. They're the ones that are winning the bidding wars, right? And driving prices up. So this is going to be an important trend to keep an eye on, especially as the market moves forward over the next year or so. I think economists need to be more mindful about the messaging they're kind of putting out to people and the confidence, because effectively it's their narratives that have effectively caused a lot of the beliefs and the optimism we're seeing in the price gains in the GTA. And I do think we'll probably see, as I said in previous videos, a slowdown or in the cooling market once this expectation that home prices will keep going up 20% forever. Once that ends, we'll probably see some of the heat come out of the housing market and things normalize again. But for now, I think this is one of the key drivers that is really inflating home prices in many of these outskirts of the GTA. I hope you found that video helpful. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments below or send me an email at askjohn@movesmartly.com.